You want to support Roland Martin Unfiltered? Be sure to join our Bring the Funk fan club. Every dollar that you give to us supports our daily digital show. There's only one daily digital show out here that keeps it black and keep it real as Roland Martin Unfiltered. Support the Roland Martin Unfiltered daily digital show by going to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. Our goal is to get 20,000 of our fans contributing $50 each for the whole year. You can make this possible. Roland Martin Unfiltered. Folks, we keep talking about again where we stand on this issue. A little bit later, we're going to talk with someone out in California who's talking about what they're doing for black businesses. That's critically important. I told you last week about Facebook, and one of the things that Facebook is doing, Google is providing media grants. Facebook is also providing grants to small businesses. And so there was a deadline that was involved for their particular grants. I'm gonna try to, y'all have it? That's the actual website right there. That's the website you see right there, facebook.com/business/boost/grants. And so that's the site. I'm pulling up, this is what the site looks like. It's this small business grants program. That's what it is. Go ahead and keep the website up as well. Small Business Grants Program. And so they're helping folks. So here's the deal. They have various dates on here depending upon where you are based. And so go to this website, facebook.com/business/boost/grants in order for you to apply, and so we certainly want y'all to do so. So many people out there are trying to help businesses survive. The reality is, when you talk about businesses, you look. I'm wearing the T-shirt Black Owned. First of all, the company that gave me this sweatshirt, they gave it to me last year. I need y'all to send me an email, a tweet, or a post on Instagram, so I can give y'all a shout out. People keep asking me where did I get it, and I totally forgot. And so, so send me that. So there's so many businesses that are out here. The reality is, people who work for those businesses, they've got children. They're paying mortgages. They're paying college tuition. They are taking care of children as well. And so our businesses are being greatly impacted. We had John Hope Bryan on talking about this process to get the federal funds last week. Go to our YouTube channel. If you missed that great conversation, he gave some great information. But we got folks who are impacting right now, who are laying off people, like literally right now. I talked to several people today who've been laid off from their companies. Well, Jay King, he's the CEO and president of the California Black Chamber of Commerce. They recently announced the launch of a special COVID-19 GoFundMe campaign to financially assist and save small black businesses in California. They are the largest African-American nonprofit business organization that represents thousands of small and emerging businesses. The organization is concerned that the $2 trillion COVID-19 stimulus bill will overlook small businesses. And of course, we had Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee on at the top of the show, Jay, and she was talking about what they are doing to fight for black businesses. I told her about, of course, Shake Shack, large restaurant chain. They got $10 million. We now know that between them, Ruth Chris Steakhouse got $20 million. Potbelly got several million. These large chains, and we only know this because they're publicly traded companies. They had to disclose it. And so what about your large private companies that got the money as well? And so too many small mom and pops are being left out. What are you hearing from them in California?
Well, we're hearing that, they're getting letters that say that they're not, basically they don't qualify. We got to remember that 95% of African-American businesses across the country, and surely in the state of California, are they're single owners. They don't have any employees. Yeah. 95% of our businesses are without an employee. So oftentimes they don't even qualify for the programs that's put in front of them.
Well, first of all, in fact, nationally, there are 2.6 million black-owned businesses. To your point, 2.5 million have one employee.
Right.
Only 100,000 black businesses in America have more than one employee. Go ahead, Jay.
That's right. So we started getting calls, not just on the weekdays, but on the weekends. People didn't know how to fill out the SBA loan application. And right now, Wells Fargo was being sued because they shuffled the paperwork. In other words, companies that were large companies where they could get bigger fees for doing their paperwork, they moved them to the front of the line. So a lot, even when you did all the things that you were supposed to do the right way, you got pushed back. Now, let me say this, Roland. I'm not surprised. And this is a history of this country. So as Black folk, we spend between 1.2 and 1.5 trillion dollars a year. We're recorded as the number 9 to number 11 economy in the world. So it's not like we don't have money.
Right.
We have to now start becoming responsible to us and for us. We have to become more financially literate, and we have to start looking for, especially now, we have to look out for African-American small business owners. There's one thing to say we support them and we love them. Look, you're wearing a shirt by an African-American designer. I'm wearing a shirt by an African-American designer here in Sacramento. I'm wearing glasses by an African-American eyeglass business owner, because I know what it takes for our businesses to stay in business.
Right.
But now we have to start putting our money where our mouth is. So what I'm saying to 2.3 million African Americans in California is just put $5 on it. If we all put up $5, we'd raise $11.5 million for African American small business owners. Now I'm getting some pushback from white folks that come on my website, on the California Black Chamber website, saying, "How can you do this? What if we started a white man fund?" And I wrote back, I wouldn't be offended by it. I believe they already have a white man fund. It's called the SBA. But if they did,
right.
I think
right. It's called the American Banking Institution.
Absolutely.
It's called Silicon Valley. It's called venture capitalist.
Right. So you can't get offended by me for calling on my own community to support itself. And we should do that. And so I'm saying to people, look, go to GoFundMe and put in everybody pitch in. Just type that in the search engine and put $5 in.
Got it.
We've raised about $6,600. Look, Roland, I found out about your program. Today I made a contribution, and I'm going to make a contribution every week because I think it's one of the most important programs on social media. Whether we agree at 100% or not ain't the issue for me. Mm-hmm. The fact that an African-American man or woman is out here putting information into our community, we have to start taking responsibility for us. I'm tough on us. I'm tough on my community here in Sacramento. We own a radio station, 97.5 KDEE. Mm-hmm. We're probably a community active radio station in the country. I put out a mission in Sacramento for 1,000 African-American people to put $100 a month into a community investment fund so we can buy back our community in North Sacramento, Del Paso Heights.
Right.
And I said, we're not going to just do it here. We're going to do it across the city and then across the state. And we should be doing it across the country. What we're doing in California, every African-American state chamber president should say, this is what we're going to do in our state. And not only, so as a state chamber president, my job is to start it. But I have other presidents across the state that are local presidents. We'll get the money to them. It's their job to get it to their community.
Folks, go to
we're going to be very transparent. They're going to know where the money went. Everybody's going to know, where this money is. Yep. And we have to start doing this for each other.
Absolutely. Folks, go to my iPad, Henry, please. And so this is what you see, folks. If you type in everybody pitch in, let me just go back. If you type in everybody pitch in, there are 412 results found, but this is the first one. So if you just type in everybody pitch in, and it's right there, Sacramento. So far, $6,724 being raised. You just launched this. The goal there is $10 million. And so created 6 days ago. And so y'all spread the word, pass the word. This is critically important because trust me, when we talking about who hires our people, when our nieces and nephews and cousins are looking for a summer job and they want to go work in that Greek paraphernalia shop or that particular restaurant or that, whatever the business is, I mean, the reality is this is where they are going to look. And so, Jay, we certainly appreciate you launching this. What we'll also do is we'll push this out to all of my social media platforms as well. And so we'll be watching this fund grow.
Thank you so much. And I want to say, I have a big following on Periscope. So I have this showing on my Periscope page. So I'm going to say to all my Periscope followers, go to RolandSMartin.com and make a contribution to the show. It's important. These types of shows are important. It's important that we start supporting each other. We got to stop getting mad at other folks in other communities for loving themselves. We got to start getting mad at white folks for loving themselves. We got to start being mad at us for not loving ourselves enough. We got to love each other. We got to give to each other. We got to help each other, and we got to hold each other accountable, especially our leadership. Leadership should have been talking to us about financial literacy, investing in the market, and things like that, investing in our communities long ago. And we got to start holding our leadership accountable.
Absolutely. Jay King, President, California Black Chamber of Commerce. We appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, sir.
And I want you to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Roland S. Martin. And don't forget to turn on your notifications.